everyone, those who are watching live right now. So today is, all of you know that in India we celebrate Children's Day on 14th, and in world we celebrate World Diabetes Day on 14th of this November. So here with me right now, Dr. Jackie Kassouf Maalouf from Lebanon. So I'm just, good
Hello.
afternoon and good evening from India.
Yes, hello, and good afternoon from Beirut, Lebanon. It is 1 p.m. here, and for you, I know it's 4:30 p.m. And thank you for having me as a guest speaker today. And it is 14th of November, not December.
Yeah, it's the 14th of November, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we all know that 14th of November is celebrated in India. We celebrate Children's Day, which is our first Prime Minister, our birthday. We celebrate as a Children's Day, but in world we celebrate World Diabetes Day on 14th of November, right?
Right.
So
Right, but in this
yeah,
situation, we need to think and feel solidarity with all the children who are living with type 1 diabetes, because it is the juvenile diabetes that affects the children. So it's like double meaning today for the children living with diabetes, because it's Children's Day, and because it's World Diabetes Day as well.
okay. So, Jackie, why you have started DiaLeb? You know, what strikes you to start DiaLeb?
Well, I will show you the reason. This
Yeah.
young lady here, if you can see it, this is Sylvie, my oldest daughter. I have 4 children. She is my oldest. And those beautiful boys are her 2 boys. So Sylvie is
Okay.
the reason why we started DiaLab mainly when she got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. After her diagnosis and when she got used to it, we started thinking, because she was not too young, she had 24 years old, she was 24, and together, herself and me, we started thinking, what can we do for the community of people living with diabetes? Because at that time in Lebanon, we found that there is no institution, no association taking care of young people living with type 1 diabetes, not children. There is an NGO for children, but she was not a child. She was 24 when she got diagnosed. So we felt there is a gap, there is a need to form an organization to take care of those people who get diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, but not at a children's age. And that's how we started DiaLab, with the aim to spread awareness, to support the recently diagnosed, especially because it's really hard when someone is being told, so you have diabetes, let's see which type of diabetes you have. This is, of course, diabetes is a manageable disease, but until you understand that, it's a very difficult time for the patient and for the family as well. So that mainly was the reason behind founding the National Diabetes Organization, DiaLab. And now we've been 12 years in a row working and supporting all people living with diabetes in Lebanon. And the other reason were the big numbers, the alarming numbers of people living with diabetes in the world. But for me personally, having my daughter being diagnosed with type 1 diabetes was the main reason behind the foundation of DiaLab.
So you told about the story of how you started DiaLeb. Yeah, can you tell me, Jackie, if we, you just told that it's alarming to whole world about the diabetes. So what are the things to take care by individuals, by governments, by the people, by individual? What are the things they have to think steps they can, keep away from diabetes?
I think before we go to the tips, if you don't mind, I would like to share with our distinguished audience some numbers and why we are talking that they are alarming numbers, and it is an urgent call to action. Because nowadays, as per the International Diabetes Federation, that we are proudly members at, we have 537 million adults between 20 and 70 years of age living with diabetes, all types of diabetes. What is even more dangerous is that this number is projected to grow by 643 to become 643 million by 2030 and to 783 million by 2045. This is why we say it is an urgent call to action, because those numbers existing, we can help them live a better quality of life. But those projected to increase, it means that this is a large community of people who are now living with high risk of having diabetes, of becoming diabetes patient. Those people, we can, do something and not let them to get to the stage where they become diabetics. This is the importance of this call. Because at the stage of pre-diabetes, it's very important with little changes related to lifestyle, whether in the by following a healthy diet or by increasing the physical activity that the person does by a little bit, or if the person does not do physical activity, we call them and we urge them to start doing some kind of sports activities. Only with those simple changes we can help those people not to get to the part where they become diabetes patient. So from there is the main urgency. Plus, if you want to think that nowadays from each 2 people living with diabetes is undiagnosed. That's why through our campaigns, we do the finger prick test, which is a very simple test not to diagnose, but it is an indicator. So we can know if the numbers of that test are not within the normal parameters. We urge this person to go to their family doctor or to their endocrinologist to do more in-depth checkups related to their health, to know whether they are in a critical phase, or whether they are having pre-diabetes phase, or whether they have diabetes, so they take immediate action. Because we need to remember here that diabetes is also called the silent killer. Sometimes it is there, and we refer here to type 2 diabetes, not type 1, because it can be living with the person inside the body, tackling and affecting many organs of your body without you knowing it, if you do not do your regular checkups. That is the major importance of the awareness campaigns that we at DiaLeb carry on throughout all the year, and more intensely around World Diabetes Day. And that's the importance of education in relation to diabetes everywhere in the world. And I'm sure India is no stranger to this, as I know the numbers in India are very high in relation to diabetes. And from our colleagues, members at the International Diabetes Federation, we know that it is a main issue in India. So we have to all work hand in hand to put a limit to the advances of diabetes in our society. And we can only do that through awareness and education.
So definitely, Zaki, what you told, we have to, as you mentioned earlier, that today Children's Day also, we have to integrate, we have to aware the children also. There's a type 1 and type 2. So we all have to take care. So this is what you told, you have mentioned that this is silent killer disease. Definitely, this is silent killer disease, and still lot of people, they are not aware, they are not only the, uneducated, that educated people also keep far away from this, because they fear, they don't want to go to hospital to check, and all the things they have to do, regular checkup. Number one. Number two, here another question arises, very few, lot of organizations, they works for the health in other, for the eyes, for the liver, for the kidney, for the another things, they do a lot of fundraise kind of things. So what I found very interesting about your DiaLeb, that you are doing, you are giving, like, you are running an organization where you are only working for the diabetes, which is very good. So can you just tell me the best things you got, some information call, or you have some, you can say, the people who got benefited from here, from DiaLeb?
Well,
Any experience?
for that, I will recall our main mission. The mission of our organization is mainly to spread awareness and help all those affected with diabetes to live a better quality of life along with their families. So that's why our main objective is not to advertise medication, is not to make expensive conferences. No, this is not our main objective. Our main objective is to comply with our programs and with our mission in order to do our objectives. And for that, we have support group sessions where the patient benefits from one-to-one peer support. We do them in small groups. We have our diabetes in the classroom program where we visit schools around Lebanon and we talk to them, not to make the children scared, not at all. It's just to let them know how important it is to follow a healthy lifestyle since young age. Like, we want them to have a healthy breakfast. We want them to eat well in order to be greater students. So for every age, we have different presentations. We have also at university programs where we do the finger prick test to call their attention that maybe not you, but someone at this time, your age, is getting diagnosed with diabetes. So the message is very powerful. Also, we have diabetes in the community. We collaborate with municipalities around Lebanon. We collaborate with other organizations, maybe with the Heart Association, with the Kidney Association, with the Children's Association, because we believe that together we are stronger and we can really stop the advances of diabetes in our community only if we put hand in hand and only if we collaborate together like we are doing now. Maybe we are exchanging expertise and ideas, and the people in India who are listening to me, maybe I'm talking about a program that they didn't think of and it calls their attention, and I would be more than open and happy to discuss this with people from India over scientific webinars where we can really exchange the expertise and talk about our successful programs and, you know, exchange those ideas. For example, yesterday we had the Beirut Marathon happening in Beirut with 12,000 participants. And of course, we were there with our members because we want to motivate people to practice, not necessarily running a marathon. We did the 5K that we call fun run. We didn't do 42 kilometers for a marathon. It's symbolic. It's just to motivate people to lead a healthy lifestyle, to have in their lives healthy habits like walking, like jogging, like doing any type of exercise. And here I come back to the tips you asked me before to say. I don't want to miss out on those. So let me say very quickly, when we give tips and recommendations, those can apply to every person in the community, whether they have diabetes or not, because we care about overall health. So when we talk about recommendations, first of all, if we see any sign of fatigue, tiredness, drinking a lot of water, going a lot more than usual to the bathroom, those are signs, could be type 2 diabetes. Please consult with your physician. This is the number one recommendation. If you feel any symptom, visit your doctor. Other than that, we recommend healthy nutrition. That means moderation. We don't say never eat chocolate. If you feel like eating a piece of chocolate, go ahead, eat it, enjoy it. Just don't go overboard eating the whole thing, the whole tablet. Just eat a piece. Maybe a couple days from then, you can eat another piece. Exercise is a very important tip. Any type of exercise The international recommendation goes to 150 minutes per week, which is, if you divide it by the week, it is 30 minutes per day, which is not much. You can even do 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening. Those people who say, I don't have time to exercise, then I will have a question mark. Will you have time to become sick? Let's hope not. But really, it is very important. One more very important thing, stop smoking. Because if you have diabetes and you are a smoker, your risks are multiplied by 4, because the small veins will dry quicker if you're a smoker and you have diabetes. You will lose faster your vision. You will start not feeling your extremities, fingers, toes, and it's very, very dangerous because it affects all type of cardiovascular conditions, and then it may affect the kidney, the complications, and the list goes on and on. Very simple action you need to do: stop smoking. And if you have extra weight, if you feel your weight is above normal, whether you have diabetes or not, we do recommend that you lose the extra weight slowly through a healthy diet. And technically, those are the tips. One tip might seem very simple, but it is also extremely important, which is sleeping a good hours of sleep. That is between 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Not only that, in the regular hours of sleep, some people tell me, I sleep at 3 a.m., but yes, I do sleep 6 hours. That's not the same of sleeping from 11 p.m. till 6 a.m. That is the healthy hour for sleeping. So we need to know that our body learns that those are the hours for sleep and responds accordingly, which lead us to good health. So the tips are, if you think about it, really simple. It is a simple routine that you need to learn to implement in your life. A little bit of exercise, eating healthy, walking, jogging, whatever exercise you want to do. No need to become athletes and go to the NBA and the World Cup and play football every day. No need, just some exercise and good hours of sleep.
So very interesting, Jackie. You told about you are reaching to the school levels, you're reaching to the municipality, you are reaching to the heart foundation, kidney foundation. This is very good idea. And another important thing which you mentioned, that about the tips, like you told, you have to exercise minimum 30 minutes per day. Either you can do it 15 minutes, and also you have to sleep healthy. That is, the time is 11 p.m. to 6 a.m., which is very crucial. Yes, you don't, if you have feelings to eat chocolate, if you eat sweets, what you mentioned, you don't have to live like this. You can eat, but small amount. So, which is you mentioned. Okay, Jackie, can you just tell me what are your future plan of DiaLeb? What are you thinking? How you are thinking to reach more people? What are your thoughts about the DiaLeb in future?
Mm-hmm. Well, let me start by telling you what we're doing now, because today is World Diabetes Day, as we started this session saying that. And for that, after this interview, we will be collaborating with the municipality of Jdeide here in Beirut, and we will light a monument in blue. You can see that I'm wearing blue, and this is the symbol. This blue circle here is the symbol of World Diabetes Day. I see you have some blue behind you, Niyaz, and that's also the color we use for World Diabetes Day. So what we will be doing is lighting a big monument that we have in blue. This is a call of attention, so people know that how important it is to check their health regularly. So this we're doing today. And tomorrow we have a big event. As International Diabetes Federation members in Lebanon, we will be having a scientific seminar in person, and also we will do glucose testing afterward, and it will be also in collaboration with the president of the International Diabetes Federation for the MENA region, which is Middle East and North Africa. So it's a really interesting event, and I'll be honored to be one of the speakers tomorrow. Also, later on during the month, we will have collaboration with the American University of Beirut Nutrition Club by doing also testing and BMI and waist circumference, measuring small things to call the attention of people on how important it is to keep healthy. We will also collaborate with the Lebanese American University, LAU, later on this month. We had already a collaboration with the MUBS, Modern University of Business and Science. We also did a health day in the Shuf, in a different province from Beirut. So this is to tell you that first, we want to tackle all ages through our campaigns. Second, we want to spread our activities across Lebanon and to everyone living on the Lebanese soil, because in Lebanon we have Syrian refugees, Palestinian refugees. So when we have our campaigns, we don't think nationality, color, religion, anything. We think humanly speaking, this is a human being at risk of getting diabetes. Our duty, our mission says to help this person. So this is how we are getting to the community. And of course, through our social media, which is very active. And here I invite all those who are listening to us to follow DiaLeb. You can see it here, this side, behind me, DiaLeb. It is on all the social media portals. Please do follow us, not only to support us, but also to benefit from all the useful tips and information and interviews with doctors, nutritionists, cardiologists, gynecologists, endocrinologists, all type of specialties, to benefit from all the useful information they do. On another level, I have been participating myself in many diabetes conferences across the globe, because I was invited as a guest speaker to Egypt recently, to Saudi Arabia. I will be traveling to the global conference of IDF, and I will have a presentation about therapeutic patient education in Portugal early December. And this is how we are letting people know about our programs, about what we do. We believe strongly in our mission. We believe it's a noble mission. I can say that my mission will never stop, maybe because I have a daughter living with type 1 diabetes. My drive is very strong, and that makes me want to help every other person living with diabetes. We have in Lebanon a community of young people living with type 1 diabetes. I wouldn't lie if I said I feel like all of them are my children. We have a very strong bond. We collaborate together. We have recently selected 2 young leaders in diabetes who will be traveling with me to Portugal to benefit from the training that IDF offers. And when they come back, they will know so much more about living with diabetes that they can help others. They will be our ambassadors to spread awareness about diabetes, and they will be our advocate. If we need to change anything in the policies, we will need them as our young leaders in diabetes. And the list goes on and on. If I want to tell you everything we do, it will take really more than a program, but we are very happy and proud of what we have done in the Lebanese community, of our impact. Most of all because we don't do something that finishes with the campaign. Every campaign is the start of something else, because we believe in sustainability. We are members with Catalyst 2030 and United Nations Global Compact, and that's why everything we do it thinking sustainable. We don't want to end it. We want to train more people to carry on the awareness message. So that's also very important, and we can also collaborate on that with India, as I do have many colleagues at Catalyst who are from India, but I know India is a much bigger country than Lebanon, and every new effort is more than welcome to be done, because we want to benefit our communities with every experience we get. So this is basically what we're doing, and we're really very proud of what we have achieved, but we are aware that we need to do a lot more. It doesn't, yes, it makes us proud, yes, it makes us happy, but also we have to acknowledge that there is a lot more to be done, and we are on the right track. With every new collaboration we do, more people benefit. We did a collaboration, for example, recently with Global Liver Institute, with their European office, and we did together a report that talks about liver diseases. Now, you might think, what does diabetes have to do with liver? Unfortunately, diabetes affects every organ in our body. And what we did is to tackle the issue of diabetes, of liver diseases, from the perspective of the community of people with type 2 diabetes, tackling the risk factors and seeing what is in common between liver diseases and diabetes. And we found interesting facts. As I said, with every collaboration, we learn more, our community learn more and benefit more from everything, because everything is there. For example, this magazine that I showed you, the DiaLeb review, is both in Arabic. I'm going to show you the Arabic side. The same is in English. And it is a free magazine that you can download from our website. You go to our website, www.dialeb.org, and I think in news and publications, you look for it, you will see DiaLeb review. You can see all the issues that we have printed, all the copies that we have printed, because we have different ones. And with that, you can download any article you like. We have multidisciplinary approach. We have doctors from every single specialty writing articles that are very beneficial, because the more you know, the more you can stay away from diabetes. The more you know, the better you can manage your diabetes if you happen to have diabetes. And by the way, Niyaz, this year, the International Diabetes Federation is working under the title Education to Protect Tomorrow. I personally think that this is a beautiful message, stating how important it is to educate whether the community to prevent people from having diabetes, or the people living with diabetes to prevent the complications. It's not like, okay, so now I do have diabetes. Why do I need to be educated on diabetes? Especially if you are a diabetes patient, you need to educate yourself, because only through education and awareness you can prevent, or at least delay by many years, the complications. And trust me when I say diabetes complications are the cause of mortality of millions of people every day. It's not diabetes that kills you, it's the diabetes complications. When diabetes is not controlled, when it's not properly managed, then the complications, yes, they can kill the patient. We don't want to get into that. We don't want you to get to that. We are doing all what we can to prevent that from happening. So please benefit from the information, educate yourself, and let's all work toward that, to educate and to protect tomorrow as well.
Yeah. So this is very good slogan. You told that educate, for the future of tomorrow. So it's good, Jackie. You whatever you mentioned, what we can do, we will have. We can collaborate also with the DiaLeb. How we can go, we can reach the more people. If you need any kind of jingles to send in Arabic or in English, you just let me know. We can make jingles. You can share to your groups. You can share to your students group and the municipality. If you want that, we can do. of we can collaborate each other. Yes, we also collaborate with the many doctors, those who are specialized, are from the diabetes. So we have the doctors. We already be in touch with many doctors. So I know this somehow this diseases are missing. Everybody is running for other things, but nobody is running for the cause of you can say the silent killer, that is diabetes. So we all have to educate ourselves. We have to tell others. We have to take care. We have to, like you given the tips, we can sleep well, we can eat good food, we can do the exercise. So we all have to do this one. And before I will close, Zaki, it is really wonderful for us that we got you on Diabetes World Diabetes Day, and you shared your view. And definitely in future, and not in future, from today onwards, we are in one family. We have to work. We have to spread the message worldwide. If you need any kind of help, we can collaborate each other, each organization, means both organization, and many more to also bring. We can make this meeting also through wave. So if you allow, then we can do with Indian doctors and your doctor, we can do one collaboration. We will have the panel discussion that we can do. So what will be your last message about on World Diabetes Day? What will be your last message?
First of all, thank you, Niyaz, for this invitation to be your guest speaker today. It is an honor to me, and yes, I am open to collaboration. In fact, I have collaborated on many occasions by being a speaker on conferences that have happened in India. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go in person. My participation have been the 4 times I've been invited as a guest speaker with Indian organizations happened virtually. Hopefully one day it will happen in person. I'm always open to collaboration. To end this, I will mention the title of our own campaign. I left it to the end. Our campaign for this year is Insulin is Life. Why are we doing this? Is it to promote insulin? Absolutely not. Is it to help the pharmaceutical sell more? Definitely not. What we are saying is that every single person living with type 1 diabetes cannot survive without the insulin, which is a hormone that the body usually produces. In the case of people living with type 1 diabetes, the pancreas does not secrete that type of hormone. So that's why we say insulin is life for every single person living with especially type 1 diabetes. And my message will be that today, 100 years after the discovery of insulin, it's not acceptable to have people who need insulin injections and who cannot afford it. Insulin today should be available and affordable to every single person living with diabetes on earth. This is my call to you, and I know people from India will feel every word I'm saying, because we, especially living in third world countries, we know that we suffer a lot from the unavailability of medication. In this case, when a person who needs insulin does not have it available, this person is risking her or his life. So let's make insulin available and affordable to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jackie, and definitely we will collaborate, and definitely we will talk in between us, and definitely we'll also organize one virtual meeting with other doctors who are specialized in diabetes. So, and definitely we are also waiting when you are coming to India. We want to see you in India, what you are doing. Yeah. And in case you need any kind of help from our side, you just please let us know. We can collaborate and we can do this one. So nice talking to you, and thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.